are born from it, yet it doesn't create them. It pours itself into its work, yet it makes no claim. It nourishes infinite worlds, yet it doesn't hold on to them. Since it is merged with all things and hidden in their hearts, it can be called humble. Since all things vanish into it, and it alone endures, it can be called great. It isn't aware of its greatness, thus it is truly great. 35. She who is centered in the Tao can go where she wishes without danger. She perceives the universal harmony, even amid great pain, because she has found peace in her heart. Music or the smell of good cooking may make people stop and enjoy, but words that point to the Tao seem monotonous and without flavor. When you look for it, there is nothing to see. When you listen for it, there is nothing to hear. When you use it, it is inexhaustible. 36. If you want to shrink something, you must first allow it to expand. If you want to get rid of something, you must first allow it to flourish. If you want to take something, you must first allow it to be given. This is called the subtle perception of the way things are. The soft overcomes the hard. The slow overcomes the fast. Let your workings remain a mystery. This is called the subtle perception of the way things are. The soft overcomes the hard. The slow overcomes the fast. Let your workings remain a mystery. Just show people the results. 37. The Tao never does anything, yet through it all things are done. If powerful men and women could center themselves in it, the whole world would be transformed by itself in its natural rhythms. People would be content with their simple, everyday lives, in harmony and free of desire. When there is no desire, all things are at peace. 38. The master doesn't try to be powerful. Thus, he is truly powerful. The ordinary man keeps reaching for power. Thus, he never has enough. The master does nothing, yet he leaves nothing undone. The ordinary man is always doing things, yet many more are left to be done. The kind man does something, yet something remains undone. The just man does something, and leaves many things to be done. The moral man does something, and when no one responds, he rolls up his sleeves and uses force. When the Tao is lost, there is goodness. When goodness is lost, there is morality. When morality is lost, there is ritual. Ritual is the husk of true faith, the beginning of chaos. Therefore, the master concerns himself with the depths and not the surface, with the fruit and not the flower. He has no will of his own. He dwells in reality and lets all illusions go. 39. In harmony with the Tao, the sky is clear and spacious. The earth is solid and full. All creatures flourish together, content with the way they are, endlessly repeating themselves, endlessly renewed. When man interferes with the Tao, the sky becomes filthy, the earth becomes depleted, the equilibrium crumbles, creatures become extinct. The master views the parts with compassion because he understands the whole. His constant practice is humility. He doesn't glitter like a jewel, but lets himself be shaped by the Tao, as rugged and common as a stone. 40. Return is the movement of the Tao. Yielding is the way of the Tao. All things are born of being. Being is born of non-being. 41. When a superior man hears of the Tao, he immediately begins to embody it. When an average man hears of the Tao, he half believes it, half doubts it. When a foolish man hears of the Tao, he laughs out loud. If he didn't laugh, it wouldn't be the Tao. Thus it is said, the path into the light seems dark. The path forward seems to go back. The direct path seems long. True power seems weak. True purity seems tarnished. True steadfastness seems changeable. True clarity seems obscure. The greatest art seems unsophisticated. The greatest love seems indifferent. The greatest wisdom seems childish. The Tao is nowhere to be found, yet it nourishes and completes all things. 42. The Tao gives birth to one. One gives birth to two. Two gives birth to three. Three gives birth to all things. All things have their backs to the female and stand facing the male. When male and female combine, all things achieve harmony. Ordinary men hate solitude, but the master makes use of it, embracing his aloneness, realizing he is one with the whole universe. 43. The gentlest thing in the world overcomes the hardest thing in the world. That which has no substance enters where there is no space. This shows the value of non-action. Teaching without words, performing without actions. That is the master's way. 44. Fame or integrity? Which is more important? Money or happiness? Which is more valuable? Success or failure? Which is more destructive? If you look to others for fulfillment, you will never truly be fulfilled. If your happiness depends on money, will never be happy with yourself. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. 45. True perfection seems imperfect, yet it is perfectly itself. True fullness seems empty, yet it is fully present. True straightness seems crooked. True wisdom seems foolish. True art seems artless. The Master allows things to happen. She shapes events as they come. She steps out of the way and lets the Tao speak for itself. 46. When a country is in harmony with the Tao, the factories make trucks and tractors. When a country goes counter to the Tao, warheads are stockpiled outside the cities. There is no greater illusion than fear, no greater wrong than preparing to defend yourself, no greater misfortune than having an enemy. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. 47. Without opening your door, you can open your heart to the world. Without looking out your window, you can see the essence of the Tao. The more you know, the less you understand. The Master arrives without leaving, sees the light without looking, achieves without doing a thing. 48. In the pursuit of knowledge, every day something is added. In the practice of the Tao, every day something is dropped. Less and less do you need to force things, until finally you arrive at non-action. When nothing is done, nothing is left undone. True mastery can be gained by letting things go their own way. It can't be gained by interfering. 49. The Master has no mind of her own. She works with the mind of the people. She is good to people who are good. She's also good to people who aren't good. This is true goodness. She trusts people who are trustworthy. She also trusts people who aren't trustworthy. This is true trust. The Master's mind is like space. People don't understand her. They look to her and wait. She treats them like her own children. 50. The Master gives himself up to whatever the moment brings. He knows that he is going to die, and he has nothing left to hold on to. No illusions in his mind. No resistances in his body. He doesn't think about his actions. They flow from the core of his being. He holds nothing back from life. Therefore, he is ready for death, as a man is ready for sleep after a good day's work. 51. Every being in the universe is an expression of the Tao. It springs into existence, unconscious, perfect, free, takes on a physical body, lets circumstances complete it. That is why every being spontaneously honors the Tao. The Tao gives birth to all beings, nourishes them, maintains them, cares for them, comforts them, protects them, takes them back to itself, creating without possessing, acting without expecting, guiding without interfering. That is why love of the Tao is in the very nature of things. 52. In the beginning was the Tao. All things issue from it. All things return to it. To find the origin, trace back the manifestations. When you recognize the children and find the mother, you will be free of sorrow. If you close your mind in judgments and traffic with desires, your heart will be troubled. If you keep your mind from judging and aren't led by the senses, your heart will find peace. Seeing into darkness is clarity. Knowing how to yield is strength. Use your own light and return to the source of light. This is called practicing eternity. 53. The great way is easy, yet people prefer the side paths. Be aware when things are out of balance. Stay centered within the Tao. When rich speculators prosper, while farmers lose their land. When government officials spend money on weapons instead of cures. When the upper class is extravagant and irresponsible, while the poor have nowhere to turn. All this is robbery and chaos. It is not in keeping with the Tao. 54. Whoever is planted in the Tao will not be rooted up. Whoever embraces the Tao will not slip away. Her name will be held in honor from generation to generation. Let the Tao be present in your life, and you will become genuine. Let it be present in your family, and your family will flourish. Let it be present in your country, and your country will be an example to all countries in the world. Let it be present in the universe, and the universe will sing. How do I know this is true? By looking inside myself. 55. He who is in harmony with the Tao is like a newborn child. Its bones are soft, its muscles are weak, but its grip is powerful. It doesn't know about the union of male and female, yet its penis can stand erect. So intense is its vital power. It can scream its head off all day, yet it never becomes hoarse. So complete is its harmony. The Master's power is like this. He lets all things come and go effortlessly, without desire. He never expects results. Thus he is never disappointed. He is never disappointed. Thus, his spirit never grows old. 56. Those who know don't talk. Those who talk don't know. Close your mouth Block off your senses. Blunt your sharpness. Untie your knots. Soften your glare. Settle your dust. This is the primal identity. Be like the Tao. It can't be approached or withdrawn from, benefited or harmed, honored or brought into disgrace. It gives itself up continually. That is why it endures. 57. If you want to be a great leader, you must learn to follow the Tao. Stop trying to control. Let go of fixed plans and concepts, and the world will govern itself. The more prohibitions you have, the less virtuous people will be. The more weapons you have, the less secure people will be. The more subsidies you have, the less self-reliant people will be. Therefore, the Master says, I let go of the law, and people become honest. I let go of economics, and people become prosperous. I let go of religion, and people become serene. I let go of all desire for the common good, and the good becomes common as grass. 58. If a country is governed with tolerance, the people are comfortable and honest. If a country is governed with repression, the people are depressed and crafty. When the will to power is in charge, the higher the ideals, the lower the results. Try to make people happy, and you lay the groundwork for misery. Try to make people moral, and you lay the groundwork for vice. Thus the Master is content to serve as an example, and not to impose her will. She is pointed, but doesn't pierce. Straightforward, but supple. Radiant, but easy on the eyes. 59. For governing a country well, there is nothing better than moderation. The mark of a moderate man is freedom from his own ideas. Tolerant like the sky, all-pervading like sunlight, firm like a mountain, supple like a tree in the wind. He has no destination in view, and makes use of everything life happens to bring his way. Nothing is impossible for him. Because he has let go, he can care for the people's welfare, as a mother cares for her child. 60. Governing a large country is like frying a small fish. You spoil it with too much poking. Center your country in the Tao, and evil will have no power. Not that it isn't there, but you'll be able to step out of its way. Give evil nothing to oppose, and it will disappear by itself. 61. When a country obtains great power, it becomes like the sea. All streams run downward into it. The more powerful it grows, the greater the need for humility. Humility means trusting the Tao, thus never needing to be defensive. A great nation is like a great man. When he makes a mistake, he realizes it. Having realized it, he admits it. Having admitted it, he corrects it. He considers those who point out his faults as his most benevolent teachers. He thinks of his enemy as the shadow that he himself casts. If a nation is centered in the Tao, if it nourishes its own people and doesn't meddle in the affairs of others, it will be a light to all nations in the world. 62. The Tao is the center of the universe, the good man's treasure, the bad man's refuge. Honors can be bought with fine words. Respect can be won with good deeds. But the Tao is beyond all value, and no one can achieve it. Thus, when a new leader is chosen, don't offer to help him with your wealth or your expertise. Offer instead to teach him about the Tao. Why did the ancient masters esteem the Tao? Because, being one with the Tao, when you seek, you find. And when you make a mistake, you are forgiven. That is why everybody loves it. 63. Act without doing. Work without effort. Think of the small as large, and the few as many. Confront the difficult while it is still easy. Accomplish the great task by a series of small acts. The master never reaches for the great. Thus she achieves greatness. When she runs into a difficulty, she stops and gives herself to it. She doesn't cling to her own comfort. Thus, problems are no problem for her. 64. What is rooted is easy to nourish. What is recent is easy to correct. What is brittle is easy to break. What is small is easy to scatter. Prevent trouble before it arises. Put things in order before they exist. The giant pine tree grows from a tiny sprout. The journey of 1,000 miles starts from beneath your feet. Rushing into action, you fail. Trying to grasp things, you lose them. Forcing a project to completion, you ruin what was almost ripe. Therefore, the master takes action by letting things take their course. He remains as calm at the end as at the beginning. He has nothing, thus has nothing to lose. What he desires is non-desire. What he learns is to unlearn. He simply reminds people of who they have always been. He cares about nothing but the Tao. Thus, he can care for all things. 65. The ancient masters didn't try to educate the people, but kindly taught them to not know. When they think that they know the answers, people are difficult to guide. When they know that they don't know, people can find their own way. If you want to learn how to govern, avoid being clever or rich. The simplest pattern is the clearest. Content with an ordinary life, you can show all people the way back to their own 66. All streams flow to the sea because it is lower than they are. Humility gives it its power. If you want to govern the people, you must place yourself below them. If you want to lead the people, you must learn how to follow them. The master is above the people, and no one feels oppressed. She goes ahead of the people, and no one feels manipulated. The whole world is grateful to her, because she competes with no one. No one can compete with her. 67. Some say that my teaching is nonsense.
Oh, hi.
Others call it lofty,
Well, just
but impractical.
because you're new, I was recording on YouTube.
Okay.
So,
Well, the Alpha said, are you on Clubhouse? I said yes. She's like, cringe.
oh no.
I don't want to hear your shit. Hello, Alan.
Hello, Heritage.
What's up?
I just got a new book in the mail. I'm about to create some YouTube clips.
Oh, cool.
Some
What book is it?
Some people read books. Have you heard of these things?
Nope.
When was the last time you picked one up and read it?
Oh, I don't know. Like a few months ago.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's the book you're reading?
Are you fat like Abby?
I don't know if Abby's fat.
I'm not fat. He just says that all the time. If I
Oh,
don't go to the
I've
gym.
got more than suspicions now.
Oh, hello. You literally apologized 3 days ago.
Yeah, because you were accurate about some fugly's fucking number. Please, doesn't mean you're beautiful and thin and kicking ass. You're on here so much. You're on here so much. I know you're fat.
Okay, I'm fat. Okay, you can have it.
Okay, cool. So glad we disagree.
Okay, you can have it.
The point is, Heritage, white grievance is basically N-word hypnosis for low IQ white people.
How so?
If you talk about J word, Z word, N word, W word, you are a low IQ, dumb, fat person who talks about nothing and wastes their time. All rooms on Club. Oh, yes, it is. All communication on Clubhouse is done by fat people, low IQ, dumb people who are trying to waste their time and talk about nothing. That is the total truth. It's the competitive reframe you've been looking for.
Does that apply to you?
No, I'm above everyone else.
You're unique. Okay.
I'm because I'm doing the competitive reframe and I'm going to the gym soon and I'm doing yoga, in my living room.
You're gonna be too late for the gym because you're on here.
Oh, fatty McGee.
Can you bring in chicken here?
Excuse me?
Hillary chicken.
No, she's been calling me and texting me nonstop,
Who's that?
She's saying that Elon Musk stalks her.
Oh, really?
Reddit, yeah.
She kept calling me. I don't want to talk to her. I like to push everybody to Clubhouse because people want to have exclusive one-on-one calls. The truth is, get onto Clown House because, if you're going to waste my time, I prefer you do it on Clubhouse.
Why be fat alone? We should all be fat.
Yeah, let me record low IQ dumb people talking about nothing, wasting time. Let me record it.
Social experiment for you.
Okay, today he's grumpy. Normally he's a little bit more happier.
I can be happy and I can read a book, or we can just talk and be dumb low IQ people talking about nothing. It's up to you. You can be fat and dumb all you want. I mean, I will eventually leave and go back to what I was doing.
What's dumb about it to you?
Go ahead and say something smart. I challenge you.
Do you think white identity is wrong?
Go ahead. I'll give you 60 seconds to say something smart. I'll wait. Go ahead.
Who are you to judge? Well, I want to know what you think first. Do you think that? Yeah. What?
what is dumb.
What is smart? What is dumb? Just the
He just basically wants us to read
Well,
it.
Alan, do you support white identity? Do you think it's an important thing for people to consider?
A little bit background knowledge for you. Alan is patrilineal Jew. His father is a Jew. His mom is a Catholic.
Definitely must think. I mean, I'm assuming he thinks that Jewish identity is very important.
See, the problem with low IQ, fat, dumb people who waste their time talking about nothing is they always ask questions. Only answers and experimentation. No fucking questions, fat people. Do you understand, stupid low IQ people talking about nothing?
Fucking grumpy today. What's going on?
I don't know. This guy's just emotional today.
You wanna call? Yeah, normally he's.
I'm really not. I'm testing theories on communication transmission. You don't like what I'm saying because it may be hitting to the core. You are fat, stupid, low IQ, and dumb. Say something smart. I challenge you. Let's hear it. And again, you can ask me, well, who are you to say what is smart and dumb? Just go ahead and say something smart so I can record it, and then we can really analyze it and let a lot of people determine. Did you say something smart?
Well, I can let you back up when you have an answer to my question. But hello, little Haiti.
Hi.
How's it going?
Okay.
That's good.
To those who have looked inside themselves, this nonsense makes perfect sense. And to those who put it into practice, this loftiness has roots that go deep. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. Simple in actions and in thoughts, you return to the source of being. Patient with both friends and enemies, you accord with the way things are. Compassionate toward yourself, you reconcile all beings in the world. 68. The best athlete wants his opponent at his best. The best general enters the mind of his enemy.
I'm experimenting over here, fat ass. Do you have a question, fatty?
Serves the communal good. The best leader follows the will of the people. All of them embody the virtue of non-competition. Not that they don't love to compete, but they do it in the spirit of play. And this, they're like children, and in harmony with God.
Trying to understand better the position you are attacking, right? I understand your position. I don't
The generals have a saying: rather than make the first move, it is better to wait and see. Rather than advance an inch, it is better to retreat a yard. This is called going forward without advancing, pushing back without using weapons. There's no greater misfortune than underestimating your enemy. Underestimating your enemy means thinking that he is evil. Thus, you destroy your 3 treasures and become an enemy yourself. When 2 great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield.
And makeup.
70. My teachings are easy to understand and easy to put into practice. Yet your intellect will never grasp them. And if you try to practice them, you'll fail. My teachings are older than the world. How can you grasp their meaning? If you want to know me, look inside your heart. 71. Not knowing is true knowledge. Presuming to know is a disease. First realize that you are sick. Then you can move toward health. The master is her own physician. She has healed herself of all knowing. Thus, she is truly whole. 72. When they lose their sense of awe, people turn to religion. When they no longer trust themselves, they begin to depend upon authority. Therefore, the master steps back so that people won't be confused. He teaches without a teaching so that people will have nothing to learn. 73. The Tao is always at ease. It overcomes without competing, answers without speaking a word, arrives without being summoned, accomplishes without a plan. Its net covers the whole universe, and though its meshes are wide, it doesn't let a thing slip through. 74. If you realize that all things change, there's nothing you will try to hold on to. If you aren't afraid of dying, there's nothing you can't achieve. Trying to control the future is like trying to take the master carpenter's place. When you handle the master carpenter's tools, chances are that you'll cut your hand. 75. When taxes are too high, people go hungry. When the government is too intrusive, people lose their spirit. Act for the people's benefit. Trust them. Leave them alone. 76. Men are born soft and supple. Dead, they are stiff and hard. Plants are born tender and pliant. Dead, they are brittle and dry. Thus, whoever is stiff and inflexible is a disciple of death. Whoever is soft and yielding is a disciple of life. The hard and stiff will be broken. The soft and supple will prevail. 77. As it acts in the world, the Tao is like the bending of a bow. The top is bent downward. The bottom is bent up. It adjusts excess and deficiency so that there is perfect balance. It takes from what is too much and gives to what isn't enough. Those who try to control, who use force to protect their power, go against the direction of the Tao. They take from those who don't have enough and give to those who have far too much. The master can keep giving because there is no end to her wealth. She acts without expectation, succeeds without taking credit, and doesn't think that she is better than anyone else. 78. Nothing in the world is as soft and yielding as water.
Yo, what's up,
Yet
man?
for dissolving the hard...
Welcome to Low IQ Dumb People Talking About Nothing, Wasting Time. Welcome to Dinner for
The
Schmuck.
soft overcomes the hard. The gentle
What's for dinner?
overcomes the rigid.
You know what's for dinner? Stupid low IQ person talking about nothing, wasting his time.
Practice.
Well, thank you for the
Therefore, master
compliments you,
remains
kind soul.
serene in the midst of sorrow.
So the book of
Evil
wisdom
cannot
or
enter his
folly,
heart,
was that about Master
because he has
Therion?
given up helping.
Master Therion.
True words seem paradoxical. 79. Failure is an opportunity. If you blame someone else, there's no
I'm sorry,
end
what
to
was
the
that?
blame.
I got a
Therefore,
little
the master
distracted.
fulfills her own obligations and corrects her own mistakes.
So
She
what's
does
this
what
book
she
of
needs
wisdom
to do
about?
and demands nothing of others. 80. If a country is governed wisely, its inhabitants will be content. They enjoy the labor of their hands and don't waste time inventing labor-saving machines. Since they dearly love their homes, they aren't interested in travel. There may be a few wagons and boats, but these don't go anywhere.
Thanks for coming to Stupid People, Low IQ Morons, talking about nothing, wasting their time. Hope you enjoyed the dinner for schmucks.
Their pleasure
You're a
in
celebrated
their
schmuck. Thanks for coming, dummy.
spend weekends
Thank you
working
very
in their
little.
gardens.
God bless now. Farewell, dummy. Take care, stupid. I wish you well on your journey of stupidity, talking and talking and talking. You're never listening. You're so stupid.
Old age.
Jesus Christ, how stupid this one is.
81.
Welcome to dumb people, stupid people, low IQ morons, talking about nothing, wasting their time. That's you.
Aren't wise.
Be you. Just be
The
yourself.
master has no possessions.
Hello?
The more he does for others,
Hello?
the happier he is.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Stupid Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing and wasting their time.
The Tao nourishes by not forcing.
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
The master leads. Tao Te Ching can be translated as the book of the imminence of the way.
Put it in the chat. Take your complaints and put it in the chat. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Dumb Low IQ Stupid People talking about nothing, wasting their time.
Contemporary of Confucius, 551 to 479 BCE. He may have held the position of archive keeper in one of the petty kingdoms of the time. But all the information that has come down to us is highly suspect. Even the meaning of his name is uncertain. The most likely interpretations, the Old Master, or more picturesquely, the Old Boy. Like an Iroquois woodsman, he left no traces. All he left us is his book.
Thanks for coming to Dumb Low Stupid IQ People talking about nothing, wasting their time.
And large-heartedness and deep wisdom. One of the wonders of the world. People usually think of Lao Tzu as a hermit, a dropout from society, dwelling serenely in some mountain hut, unvisited except perhaps by the occasional traveler arriving from a 60s joke to ask, what is the meaning of life? But it's clear from his teachings that he deeply cared about society, if society means the welfare of one's fellow human beings. His book is, among other things, a treatise on the art of government, whether of a country or of a child. The misperception may arise from his insistence on wei wu wei, literally, doing, not doing, which has been seen as passivity. Nothing could be further from the truth. A good athlete can enter a state of body awareness in which the right stroke or the right movement happens by itself, effortlessly, without any interference of the conscious will. This is a paradigm for non-action, the purest and most effective form of action. The game plays the game. The poem writes the poem. We can't tell the dancer.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Stupid Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing, wasting their time.
Non-action. When nothing is done, nothing is left undone. Nothing is done because the doer has wholeheartedly vanished into the deed. The fuel has been completely transformed into flame. This nothing is in fact everything. It happens when we trust the intelligence of the universe, in the same way that an athlete or a dancer trusts the superior intelligence of the body. Hence Lao Tzu's emphasis on softness. Softness is the opposite of rigidity, and is synonymous with sexiness and active.
Okay, I'd like to respond.
You say that if the Jews
I know, bro,
convert
but
to Islam, you say that
But Soren, if we don't stop you, you'll go forever.
No,
Well, respectfully, bro, you made a point. But I just want to tell you, I just looked it up on the internet. Let me just speak.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Stupid Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing, wasting their time.
all I'm saying is that just because when you convert to a
It basically says if you intentionally or
Tai Chi
unintentionally
or Aikido master
pregnant
doing,
woman,
not doing.
no matter how many weeks old or months, you can be liable for like a double homicide.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Stupid Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing, wasting their time.
It's basically stating that the fetus is a separate and distinct entity from the mother. So it has protections under the guise of having its own autonomy, separate and distinct from the mother. That's why it's a double homicide. And then there are different cases.
Will know how powerful this softness is. Lao Tzu's central figure is a man.
Welcome to another episode of Stupid Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing, wasting their time. Afternoon for schmucks. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Stupid Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing, wasting their time.
Don't bring him back up.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Stupid Low IQ People.
Harmony with the way things are.
Somebody kept inviting me back up because they liked the troll.
I've seen it.
Until somebody finally took executive action and kicked
Not in
me.
the sense of conquering it, but of becoming it. In surrendering to the Tao, in giving up all concepts, judgments, and desires, her mind has grown naturally compassionate. She finds, deep in her own experience, the central truths of the art of living, which are paradoxical only on the surface. That the more truly solitary we are, the more compassionate we can be. The more we let go of what we love, the more present our love becomes. The clearer our insight into what is beyond good and
itself. And when the rock laid down a stone, it glorified that stone with its own self. And now it's become a mountain.
Damn, somebody kicked me from the room?
She was made to serve. Because he told you what the bondage was. All right? We're going to go to Jeremiah chapter.
Hold on, let's stay
Yeah.
with this thing happened already.
I'm showing
you the narrative.
No, I'm not.
I'm just saying
I
that
just read the next verse.
this prophecy happened already. I'm letting you close to teach me.
I'm trying. So, let me go back to verse 1, right? And just explain this to you.
evil, the more we can embody the good. Until finally,
It doesn't have anything to do with that. I'm gonna give you the answer that I want to give you, and it doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. And you have to accept my answer. Now we know you fucking piece of shit.
Shuki, let him answer my question about World War II. Was America wrong to kill Germans or Japanese? Yes or no?
I side with the American approach in World War II.
Okay, were we wrong in World War I to take out?
I side with the American approach.
Were we wrong in the
So you
Korean?
side against Israel now, is that it?
Side against Israel. Would you like to see Israel eliminated, Stan?
So, Abby, I
No,
think this
I
is a
don't want to see
pointless
Israel
conversation
Thank
because
you.
he's not for
Right.
Netanyahu. So here's the thing. So, Stan, I'm gonna have to say this again. You're a trooper because obviously you were the outlier in terms of the ideology on the stage. So I got to give it to you for staying. Now, everyone, he is not a fan of Netanyahu. I don't personally have an opinion of him. I haven't had the time to research. I understand that he's a controversial topic to Americans. For the most part, my understanding is
You have 5
people
new
in
voice
Israel
messages.
adore him. There might be a little
New
controversy with
message.
any.
John, Brother John, message marked for deletion. New message. To replay this message marked for deletion. New message. Yes, hello. This is the CEO of Chicken Hill or Chicken. Message marked for deletion. New message. Yes, it's your favorite sister. Message marked for deletion. New message. John, I don't know what all those screenshots mean. You're going to have to give me some context, even if it just takes. Message marked for deletion. There are no more messages.
What up, doctor? We got a doctor in the house. We need easy out. Easy out.
Dude, I gave a longboard skateboard away yesterday. There was this kid, he's like 18, he lives with his mom, and she lives as a roommate with somebody else. And he works at like a Dollar Tree, and he's making $10 an hour, but he's working like 45 hours a week, so he's doing good money, you know, at least from when I grew up. And he's living with her, so his bills are like nothing. But he was walking like 3/4 of a mile to work, and I had an extra longboard that, like, I had a buddy of mine that used to do work for me. His name was Eric, and he beat his old lady like 4 months ago, and you know, he was already on probation for some bullshit. And when he beat her, and then she called the cops, they came and got him, and he went to jail, and he went to like court like 2 weeks ago, and they gave him 4 fucking years, and it was his skateboard. And I gave the 18-year-old kid, I'm like, hey, I'm only gonna lend you this board. You got to give it back, you know, when Eric needs it. And he's like, when's Eric gonna need it? I'm like, 4 years.
Don Danton.
You got replays on. You got me over here with, you know, Sacha.
Yeah, this is where all these
Danton.
people that got kicked out of the room by that cuck Diogenes come. I'm going to war. I don't have any clout because I'm new.
Dude, let's go. I'm ready.
I'm just driving, so I can't start a room with my old club. That's what a cuck that guy is. He came to rant. What he's going to do is he's going to kick everyone out of that room, and then he's going to be talking to his ex, and then he's going to be left with nothing, and he's going to be
Yeah, but for me, like, you say you want to go to war, I'll be like, let's go to war, bitch. I'll shoot you twice, 3 times.
I know. I just, my daughter's in my car, so I can't crash, die, right? Like I've been figure out this platform. Maybe someone can tell me how do I start a room with one of my clubs? Like I forget. What do I do?
Figure out how to have better friends.
No. I'm talking about like operating the app. Like I can't.
Oh, you think I'm that better friend that'll teach you how to run this thing? I mean, I will if you want to know how to run it.
Okay, don't be.
Look. I mean, I've got 13 friends in my profile. I've been on this app for 2 days as this profile. Do you really want to ask me how to run this thing? Like, seriously. No, Sasha. Like, look at my, like, 13 people. Oh, you just recognize my face. Do you know me as Doc?
Yeah, from a long time ago. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
So. I don't remember.
I've been here since December 21. You know, when Alan brought me over. Even though I don't want to give Alan Watts any fucking credit for shit.
So Thank you for refuting your own.
Shut up. The more I talk, the further away from the truth I get. The Dao De Jing fucking ping ping fooey fooey. Hong Kong Fooey, the #1 super guy. Quicker than the human eye.
Hong Kong Fooey, #1 super guy. That's such a good song. By I haven't listened to that in forever.
It was a cartoon for Hong Kong Fooey. It was a dog that was a Hong Kong Fooey guy.
I know, but
it was a brown dog.
No, but they did a fucking there was this like really cool band in the '90s, I think, that did a cover of it. That was so good. What were they called? It was like I don't know. It was like Red Hot Chili Peppers adjacent.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers never did Hong Kong Fooey. I have never ever heard that in my entire fucking existence.
Yeah.
I've been around a really long time, and I've never heard that shit.
You know what the word adjacent?
Dude, I'm that nigga that you want on your team when you go to the bar and have a trivia night. Because I know the dumbest shit for the dumbest shit. I've been around so damn long, it's just part of my fucking culture. And I don't play when it comes to fucking trivia. I love trivia. This blunt's kicking.
Okay, so gentlemen, the name of this room is Ears, Ear. And I hope you use your ears.
Talking.
I hope you use your ears twice as much as you speak, because this is a meditation room. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing, wasting their time.
Blind. That's the blind.
Is able to say, in all humility, I am the Tao, the truth, the life. The teaching of the Tao Te Ching is moral in the deepest sense, unencumbered by any concept of sin. The master doesn't see evil as a force to resist, but simply as an opaqueness, a state of self-absorption, which is in disharmony with the universal process, so that, as with a dirty window, the light can't shine through. This freedom from moral categories allows him his great compassion for the wicked and the selfish. Thus, the master is available to all people and doesn't reject anyone. He is ready to use all situations and doesn't waste anything. This is called embodying the light. What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but a good man's job? If you don't understand this, you will get lost. However intelligent you are, it is the great secret. The listener will notice that in the many passages where Lao Tzu describes the master, I've used the pronoun she at least as often as he. The Chinese language doesn't make this kind of distinction. In English we have to choose. But since we are all potentially the master, since the master is essentially us, I felt it would be untrue to present a male archetype, as other versions have ironically done. Ironically, because of all the great world religions, the teaching of Lao Tzu is by far the most female. Of course, you should feel free throughout the recording to substitute he for she, or vice versa. As to method, I work from Paul Carus's literal version, which provides English equivalents, often very quaint ones, alongside each of the Chinese ideograms.
Struggling with debt? Take this quiz.
Are you wasting thousands of dollars paying off debts you don't?
What seems to me to be lacking in our Western religious observances is some sort of social ritual which gives an opportunity for spiritual experience. That is to say, for a transformation of the individual consciousness, so that in one way or another, the individual is able to realize his oneness with the eternal energy behind this universe, which some people call God, and others prefer not to name or to conceive. So what I'm proposing